you check the children?
Hi, I'm Chucky. Wanna play?
Sometimes that is better.
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
Hi everybody, welcome back to the horror show. I'm Marcia Parker, and today we are going to be doing, I will be doing a review for Rituals, which is a Patreon request for the August poll. It is what year was this? It was the 70s, that's for sure. 77, I was right. So, Rituals from 1977. Not a lot of actors that I recognize. Overall thoughts was, it was pretty good. It was like nothing to run out and buy or anything like that, but it was interesting read or watch through. Basically, you have a group of doctors that do this yearly retreat where they rotate each year who plans what, and then they get together and go on some sort of adventure as a kind of a bonding thing, which is really fun. If you do those things, it's pretty fun to do. So one of the guys, they did this, they planned out like this remote hike that's 12 miles long. You have to take a little water plane over to the head of the trail, and then they just leave you there for like however days it was, I don't recall. And then and then eventually at the end of it, the guy picks them up and takes them back, so there's like nobody around, right? So they get dropped off. First night they're having a good time, they're laughing and doing all the things, and then the next day they wake up and they realize our boots are gone and things are happening that doesn't make sense. And then, that's when things start to go wrong for them. Somebody goes missing, and then they're trying to hike and get themselves back to where they can get on the plane and get to civilization. They know something's not right. They realize that they're getting hunted, but they don't know by what or who. And so you're just kind of watching it unravel and waiting for the resolve. The resolve was okay. I mean, it was decent. It was definitely, it was a movie from the 70s, so like it kind of felt like MASH at times. It was a lot of dialogue, and kind of like that kind of grainy kind of cinematography. So it was kind of fun to go through that, but it's definitely different if you're not watching that era of movie or television. It is a big difference between then and now. But it was easy to follow. The storyline was good. The damage was not too severe. Wasn't very bloody. But it got intense on times, and it was a lot of survivalist situations as well. As they progress, things happen to them, and about halfway in the movie is when they realize, okay, this is intentional hunting. There was one part which I thought was kind of interesting was, they noticed there was a rope across this river that had some white rapids and stuff. So they were like, okay, we can cross the river using this rope. So they start to cross it, and one of the guys stepped into a bear trap. And once they got through that situation, he was sitting there going, dude, this is just, we're being hunted. There's something very intentional about this situation, because like there was a rope there, and then a bear trap was laid, so we were being led down this direction, and they started thinking, he's starting to get a little hysterical and just kind of out of mind. So he started talking about like, it's Satanism and it's the devil, and they're being prepped to be sacrificed and all of these things. So it was very interesting, like watching someone kind of going down that road of madness, because they're getting, a sepsis and all that stuff, while the high stress of everything, where now he's being carried and their crew is dwindling down, based off of just the situations that they find themselves in this very high and like environmental survival situation where they're also being hunted. So it was very interesting. It's definitely something I wouldn't normally go out and watch on my own. So I am thankful that I was able to have an opportunity to watch it and experience something different. Is it something I would recommend? I would definitely recommend it to people who like those type of movies. Like recently, there was that one show where that girl got dropped off in the middle, like was in a plane crash, and she had to like go and survive her way through it. It's very similar to that, except for they're actually being hunted. Felt a little bit of like the River Wild or Deliverance without the pig, or the squealing of the pig, right? Or wrong. I wouldn't say Wrong Turn either, but one of those survivalist kind of type of movies. If you're interested on kind of the journey of evolution of those type of movies, then this would definitely fall into that realm and that categorization. So it's on Prime, so it's did I watch it on Prime? I think I actually watched it on YouTube because it was listed as being on Prime, but I couldn't get it. But I was able to get it for free through YouTube TV. If you're subscribed through that, you can watch it there. And, it's worth to have up for, just a Saturday night or Sunday night movie. You just kind of want to watch something different. It's worth watching if you have that subscription. So yeah, that's my overall thinking of and review of Rituals from 1977. The acting was, I guess, I didn't touch on the acting, but the acting was fine. The cinematography was fine. Nothing crazy to report. So, it's, like I said, it's just like, if you're used to watching movies in the 70s, or you're interested in watching that survivalist of the elements, then I definitely give it a watch. So. All right, so anyways, thank you guys, our Patreons, for picking this movie as our August poll, and I'm looking forward to reviewing all the other ones. And if you would like to be a Patreon member, please make sure you sign up in the link below. And then, as always, make sure you're subscribing so you don't miss all the awesome reviews that we do here on the horror show. And being a Patreon member, you can actually tell us what you'd like us to watch, and we would be happy to do it. We love watching new things and movies that we didn't think about watching before. It really is a fun journey, and we appreciate everyone that supports the show wholeheartedly. So yeah, so click the link, hit the bell, and leave a comment if you have watched this movie or you plan to in the future, so we can have a conversation. Other than that, thank you for watching The Horror Show. I'm Marcia Parker, and remember, stay scared.